Hey everyone, my name is Diego Mariscal and today I'm going to be talking to you about the time I called 911. Yeah, so I was about 12, 13 maybe. My mom and I had actually just moved to Minnesota for a brief period of time because I needed surgery. So it was actually my first time in the US. It was actually my first time living in the US. So my English was, I know a little phrases, but just to get me by on school. And so I thought as a foreigner it was necessary to check if 911 actually worked. So I remember that day my mom was going to dye her hair. And so I waited until she got in the shower and I picked up the phone and I actually dialed 911. When the operator answered, I think I just hung up. Literally hung up because I just wanted to hear if someone actually picked up, right? So I hung up and obviously they call back and they asked me, hey, is everything okay? With my little knowledge of English, I answer and I say, yeah, everything's fine. I was just seeing if it worked. And I hung up really quickly because I was getting nervous, you know? And they called back again. And at this point, my heart was actually pacing really fast. I was really nervous. And I just explained one more time that everything was fine and they didn't need to worry about it. Obviously, not in this good of an English, but in a Mexican English accent, whatever, mixture. So they call back again, but this time somehow they had realized that I was from Mexico. So they had an interpreter speaking to me on the phone. I explained to the interpreter that everything is fine. For some reason, he does not believe me. I think it was because at this point, I was really nervous, so my voice was cracking. So I hang up the phone one more time and they don't call back. At this point, I'm just trying to relax, trying to process everything. I went to the living room and I watched Fear Factor because I thought that would calm me down. They call back again, and we used to live in an apartment where you needed people to bust in so that they could get in, right? So they call. Apparently there were two policemen downstairs trying to get upstairs, and so they called to ask if we could buzz them in, right? I said I didn't understand that at the time. I just said, no, everything's fine, don't worry about it, don't come. And I hang up the phone. My mom gets out of the shower and she hears a knock on the door. I'm running to the door and I said, I'll get it. I open the door. Two policemen, giant policemen. Keep in mind that I was like, very short. Two giant policemen in the front door of the apartment. I was literally freaking out. I thought I was in so much trouble. They obviously asked my mom if everything was fine. She said everything was fine. I had just, she had no idea what was going on. She was just getting out of the shower, but obviously she told the policeman that everything was fine and just let them go on their way. I was so freaked out. I was so pale and so shocked that my mom thought that was punishment enough. And she just hugged me and told me that everything was gonna be fine. This is my 911 story. I think it's really funny, and I used to not like telling this story, and my mom would always tell it to everyone every chance she got. So I figured if I made a video about it, she can't tell the story anymore because probably everyone, it won't be as exciting for her to tell the story because everyone has seen it already. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. I thought it was a pretty funny story. A pretty funny but serious story that no one should do. 911 actually works. I can tell you that for a fact. Yeah, so don't forget to like, to subscribe, to leave a comment down below saying your most embarrassing story, or if you have ever called 911, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.